Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Joshing Around Milwaukee, the show where we introduce you to the people, places, organizations, and stories that make Milwaukee such a special place to live, work, play, and visit. I'm your host, Josh Albrecht, and with me is not the other Josh Albrecht. He's on vacation this week, but I'm happy to bring you some really great content and an amazing guest with us. And today, we're talking about creativity, education, and what can happen when young people are given the opportunity and the encouragement to discover what they're capable of. Since 2010, Janus College Preparatory Arts and Academy, or JCPAA, has been doing exactly that, helping Milwaukee area students develop their talents in dance, music, theater, and visual arts from its home in downtown Milwaukee's historic Plankinton building. But now that mission is getting even bigger. This year marks the launch of Janus Liberal Arts High School, a new private high school bringing academics, creativity, and hands-on learning together under the motto, where creativity meets excellence. And joining us today is one of the people behind it all, Patrick Burton, principal of the school. Patrick, great to have you in studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Josh.
So we were talking just before jumping on air that this is one of your first times getting to be a part of a radio show / podcast. Mm-hmm. How are you feeling the energy so far?
No, I feel great. Yeah, beautiful space. Glad to be here.
Fantastic. And so we're here to talk about Janus. But before we do that, we always love on Joshing Around Milwaukee to ask our guests to tell us a little bit about you. Like, what's your background? Tell us a little about your story. Are you a longtime Milwaukeean, that type of thing? And then how you got involved with Janus. So, Patrick, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I was born in Okan, Milwaukee, lived in Genoa City for a good portion of my life, which is by Lake Geneva. I moved to Menominee, Wisconsin to study at UW Stout, and later moved to Tampa, Florida, and did some sales work with Gray Bar, and moved back here, worked for Gray Bar for a little bit, jumped around, did some jobs. I would say my real footprint started in Milwaukee when I started attending MATC for music. So I'm a guitar player, got my technical degree of applied science in music, and that's pretty much the kickoff of my music career, and I ended up when I got involved with JCPAA.
Yeah. So prior to joining Janus, did you, as a guitar player, would anybody have seen you at one of our big festivals around town or playing in some local haunts?
Not quite. I did some open mics, played at Nashville North. That was actually my first gig ever. I think April 22 played at Nashville North. But after MATC, I really cut my teeth, so to speak, and learned the way of the road in the Milwaukee jazz scene.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So leaning more towards jazz, sort of avant-garde creativity version of jazz, like just the feeling the tempo and going?
Yeah, it gets avant-garde when you're playing with good people, when you have the freedom. Yeah. I've been studying, popular jazz standards and just learning how to improvise. My first love was actually blues music, and blues. Out of blues came jazz. Both American art forms. So just really happy to be playing improvisational music.
Yeah. Do you? So now, as principal of JCPAA, is the guitar part of the work? Do you bring it with you into the classrooms?
I think I'll be playing some guitar for the students. Absolutely. At JCPAA, I was teaching music, and the medium was starting with guitar lessons, and it turned into me taking over music theory and helping the vocalists coming in, other instrumentalists, just kind of introducing them to being musically literate, ear training, music theory. So kind of heading the music program there at JCPAA for about 3 years now.
Okay, and so and your time there, you've grown to become principal. You didn't start as principal,
correct? Yeah, and the principal thing had started last year when Valerie, the president of JCPAA, she asked us, "I want to start a school. Are you guys into that?" And we said yes, of course. So now, after all this hard work, getting accredited and things like that, the board voted me to be principal.
Oh, fantastic. So, tell me just real quickly about that process of going from creating the school. And it's like that has to have been a really fun experience to be a part of something, building it from ground up, so to speak.
Yes, absolutely, from the ground up. Valerie has been working tirelessly and getting the school accredited, looking for grants and such. I mean, I've never seen people write curriculum, but I've thumbed through it, and she's done an immense amount of work towards it. So we got accredited through WRISA, which is the Wisconsin Council of Religious and Independent Schools. And as far as when that was officially accredited, I'm not sure, but lately this summer, we've been working on professional development, discussing how the curriculum is going to work, the scheduling, just everything that school needs to get off the ground.
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, it's one of those things where as you go through the process, you're like, it can't be too hard. And then as you get into it, it's like task after task, setting standards, setting curriculum, as you said, making sure you have enough staff, all those things. But it really comes down to one really important thing, and I'm sure you would agree, is the students, right? And how you impact the students every day. So when we come back from our break, we're going to talk with Patrick a little bit more about how the school impacts students and what students take from the school and the experience and how they apply it then in their future careers. We'll be right back on Joshing Around Milwaukee. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to Joshing Around Milwaukee. I'm Josh Albrecht. Not with me this week is the other Josh Albrecht out on vacation, but we've got a great guest in studio this week with us, and that is Patrick Burton with the JCPAA. Patrick, I'm having a hard time remembering what the JCPAA stands for. What is it?
Janus College Preparatory Academy of the Arts.
Oh, you passed with flying colors. I knew that. You knew it. I knew you would. And we're talking about how the school impacts students in our community, especially through the creative arts. And so, Patrick, one of the things I was really wanting to ask you about is, the power that the school and the education and the leadership that y'all provide really has on the impact of a young person's development and really helping them find their talents. So what is that like, helping a young student discover talents that maybe they didn't know existed, or maybe pathways through their creative outlets that they didn't know they wanted to go down?
Well, it's not as hard as you think. The talents come in through the door. The students come in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go. We just want to help them hone their skills and build knowledge and techniques in order to walk out of that program ready to hit the road running.
Yeah, and for most of the students, now you're expanding the curriculum, but previously over the last few years, about 10 years, correct? A 10-year anniversary year, is that what we're on?
Yes.
So as you've gone through the last several years of coaching students, what has that been like to see students sort of graduate and find their success? Like, what does that do for you personally?
Well, it's very rewarding to me that my teaching skills are up to par. The proof is in the pudding. A lot of students that go through the program end up doing very well for themselves. Yeah. We have a student, or Kayla Ramos, on the administration team, who actually designed our fabulous website, which we should talk about later. She came up through JCPAA.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. So former student helping the school and the programs grow. Mm-hmm. So we don't have to save the conversation about the website. Mm-hmm. How can students learn more about, or parents who want their students to learn more, discover on the website the different opportunities that you all provide?
Yeah, the website is going to be your one-stop shop. It's going to tell you about tuition and the costs. You're all in at $5,000, which is very affordable. And there's payment plans available. That it all goes into detail about that. It also goes into the curriculum in depth. Wisconsin Common Core standards are all met through this curriculum that we went through, and it's based out of liberal arts. That's our passion and what we're known for is the liberal arts training. But with the high school, we need to teach kids history, ELA, STEM. So all that's going to be interdisciplinary teaching. So when you're learning about history, you're also when you learn about music, you're going to be looking into the history of that. The science comes in with music theory. The school is going to be very project-based and giving kids a chance to actually prepare for what real world critical thinking's like.
Yeah. So are all the classes, I know your location has been in the Plankinton building in downtown Milwaukee. Will the students be taking classes in the Plankinton building as well? Do you have classrooms there? Is it virtual, remote? How's it work?
Yes. So right below the John Plankinton statue, you'll find JCPAA right across from the art studio, and JCPAA actually used to be a clown museum. So we've turned it into something useful now.
Yeah.
But yes, we have the space. Our capacity is 40 kids. We're trying to enroll 40 students, and classrooms, dance studio, gymnasium, kitchen. We're starting hydroponic, growing of vegetables, lettuce, potatoes. We plan to actually incorporate that into the culinary studies and also the lunch program.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, everything you need is down in that space in the
Yeah.
Plankinton building.
Okay, so students would attend in person
Yes.
and here at the Plankinton building.
Mm-hmm.
And again, rooted in the liberal arts, rooted in creativity and discovery of music, dance, art, all those things, but fully encompassing all subjects and sort of interweaving the cultural aspect, the artistic aspects into each one of those things. Now, this is a 4-year freshman through senior program, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So, did you model this after any other schools in the country? Did you do some like this similar setup as in Minneapolis or something? Did you look at other schools and say, hey, we can apply this here? Or is this truly a Milwaukee grassroots thing?
No, it truly is building from the ground up, an original idea from all the JCPAA staff. We find that the small learning community is going to allow students to be more apt to be social, collaborative, and easier to get the school off the ground.
Yeah. And with the goal of 40 students in its first year, I'm sure you're already dreaming. Do you guys have dreams of bigger class sizes as you go on and expansions maybe in the future, that type of thing?
Of course, yeah. There's beautiful buildings around Milwaukee. Maybe one day we can, upgrade, if you will. But this space has been working for us very well, and we're going to maximize its potential with the high school.
Yeah, fantastic. We're here today. We're talking with Patrick Burton from the JCPAA. They've got a wonderful new program where they've been looking to expand on the arts education that they've been doing since 2010 to now growing that program to a full-fledged accredited high school experience for students in the Milwaukee area. And so it's been exciting to talk with you, Patrick, about all this. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to touch on a little bit more about the school, the new initiatives that they provide, and then also we're going to quiz Patrick on a little bit of Milwaukee knowledge as well, maybe do a little rapid-fire Q&A with him to close out the show. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back again, everybody, to Joshing Around Milwaukee. I'm Josh Albrecht. Not with me this week is the other Josh Albrecht. He's out on vacation, but I've got an amazing guest as we've been talking to Patrick Burton from the Janus College Preparatory Arts and Academy. And we've had a great conversation about, Patrick, your history and how you got to the JCPAA. And we started talking a little bit about the future, and that is that you're all launching the Janus Liberal Arts High School. And I'm sure we've been talking and our listeners have been hearing about that, what that transition was like and what adding on that extra level of education for the youth in Milwaukee area has been like for you. Tell us what it's been like building the staff and the additional resources through staffing and personnel that is going to make the Liberal Arts High School a unique feature of our community.
Sure. We built the staff. We really want people to have in-field experience so that they can walk the talk. And that kind of bleeds into the students. They'll eventually pick up on all sorts of things that we, go over. Personally, I'm in music, so being a musician, it helps the students see that it is feasible to get jobs as a musician. Some people are coming right from the JCPA staff, me included, and we sought after qualified staff with the in-field experience for the history, sciences, culinary arts, ELA.
Yeah, fantastic. And so you've gone out, you've recruited all these amazing, talented educators to come and help guide the students in through this first experience. And I'm sure they're going to be learning a lot, and especially in the first year, they're going to see how the whole system works. But the whole system is going to be grounded in a great motto that you've established for the school, and that is where creativity meets excellence.
Mm-hmm.
When you say those words, what do they mean to you?
I think excellence is going to be success in what you're actually striving for, what your dream is. And I said before, the students come in with the creativity and their talents, and we just want to make sure that they hone actual skills so that they can go out in the field and actually have their own voice. Every artist is different and has strengths and weaknesses, and we build up those strengths so that they're a unique voice.
Yeah, and creating that unique voice, I know it's like I love the concept of what is being created at the school, and that is really sort of how everything is not in separate boxes, right? Everything is sort of symbiotic and touching each other. Sometimes I think maybe in traditional educational settings, we kind of forget that music goes hand in hand with science, and they are intertwined very heavily. And that was very intentional on your part as you guys have built this experience, right? Can you sort of speak a little more to that, how that vision is coming to life in real time?
Absolutely. If I were a vocalist and I didn't know who Ella Fitzgerald was, that would be an issue. So we should go into the history, who is she and what is her discography and her influence on music. And her personal story, all that. I think students benefit greatly, even with their art, that knowing the history and studying folks that have gone before them with great success, excellence, really benefits them.
Yeah, I love that. So as you're projecting out, let's say, okay, students start this year, 4 years from now, your first true graduating class, right? What are you hoping that those young people have become in 4 years' time?
I hope they just feel ready to take on whatever comes after. I think a lot of people would agree that their high school education, they might have gotten good grades, they might have not got good grades, but coming out of it, they felt that everything was so confined into that classroom, passing that test and getting the ACT. We want people to be prepared to be young adults, which is very scary, and a lot of people fall on their face and fail, and you can learn a lot from failure, but learn from other people's mistakes and get these students ready for life.
Yeah, fantastic. Milwaukee families are going to have an opportunity to see what y'all are building very soon. So coming up on August 26th, you guys have a special event to sort of showcase what the school is all about and allow families to learn a little bit more. Can you tell us about that event?
Yeah, the 26th here at the 3rd Street Market Hall, starting at 6:30. There'll be live music performances by some of our students, vocalists, and fashion show. We have fashion and modeling and clothing design. That's all part of JCPAA, so they'll be presenting their stuff. And we'll also be having the staff tabling out and showing you exactly what to expect with JLA.
Yeah. So a wonderful hands-on experience to learn more about the Janus Liberal Arts High School and the JCPAA. Of course, if students or families want to get involved either with the high school or the JCPAA, what's the best way for them to learn more right now?
Go to our website, enroll, call the office, come stop in, see the space. That is the best way to do it.
Fantastic. So we're talking with Patrick Burton with the JCPAA and the new high school they're launching for students this year in 2026. Of course, we've got one couple quick questions I'd love to ask you about the community, just Milwaukee in general. It's a little rapid fire as we head out on this great episode that we've been having. So a couple of quick things. So a lot of people don't like to answer some of these questions because some of them can be controversial. But if you had to pick one custard flavor, what would it be?
Chocolate.
All right. Squeaky or fried cheese curds?
Fried.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a favorite fried in the city?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's
No.
good. It's a good answer. Don't go there, right?
No. Don't want to put anyone on blast. Yeah.
That's right. We are known as the city of festivals. Obviously, festivals are known for creativity and arts and music. Do you have a couple of festivals that you love to go to every year?
I love Mexican Fiesta. The Summerfest grounds is a great place for music and culture. I frequent a lot of the small music venues, Bar Centro, the Jazz Estate closed, but there's plenty of great places to see amazing musicians right here in Milwaukee. So I frequent those a lot.
And you yourself, as you mentioned, are a guitar player. My last question for you: when's the next time we can catch you playing some on the axe here in the community? Right? When are you going to get out there?
Yeah, thank you for asking. I play at the Conroy. It's a modern supper club on Milwaukee Street, same block as Mason Street Grill and Carnivore. I play there every Saturday from 6 to 9, and there with my trio, usually featuring a vocalist and bass player.
Fantastic. What's the name of the trio?
Reverie.
Okay, fantastic. So yeah, I can check out Patrick weekly at the Conroy. Of course, we always want people to go and check out the Janus College Preparatory Arts and Academy, the JCPAA. Of course, they've got this wonderful new Janus Liberal Arts High School that they've launched this year for the first time. So a great new addition to the educational landscape here in Milwaukee. Patrick, really appreciate you joining us this week on Joshing Around Milwaukee. And I hope all of our listeners had a great time listening in this week. And stay tuned to future weeks for future episodes. You can catch more at visitmilwaukee.org. Welcome back, everybody. If you're joining us right now, you're listening on our podcast or YouTube version of Joshing Around Milwaukee. And thanks for sticking with us as we talk to Patrick Burton of the Janus College Preparatory Arts and Academy, the JCPAA. And of course, they are launching the Janus Liberal Arts High School this year. And of course, we talked with Patrick a little bit about the schools and the academy and what they do for students in the area. We talked a little bit about your background as a music major at MATC and of course playing the guitar over the years and you're growing up. But we've got one final question for you that is the toughest one of the day. We like to tell all of our guests that Milwaukee has a lot of things going for it right now, and we'd love to share that story. We call that Fresh City Vibes. So the tough question is, what's giving you Fresh City Vibes right now?
I would just like to reiterate, go see live music. I frequent small music venues and check out my peers. Support live music, local musicians, local businesses. Go out there and enjoy the parks that Milwaukee has to offer. Humboldt Park is my favorite. They host Jazz at the Vine. So, yeah. Yeah. So much great music in our city. Mm-hmm. Literally, you can go see live music every day of the week, all day long, almost all day long. But yeah, the parks are great. Yeah. MKEJazzLive.com. That's a great resource to find live jazz specifically. But, some people squeak in there and plug their gigs.
Sure.
But that is the one-stop shop to find music any day of the week, everywhere in the greater Milwaukee area.
Yeah, fantastic. What was the website again for everybody?
MKEJazzLive.com.
Awesome. So, yeah, head to that website, check it out, and hopefully people will come join the JCPAA for your open house or just check out more about the programs. Can you give us that website one more time for the school?
The URL I don't.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
That's right. Isaac will cut us out.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, no, it's all good. You don't have? I thought you said it earlier.
Janus Liberal Arts High School, hs.com maybe. I don't know. I don't have my phone on me.
Oh, that's all right. No worry about it. Thanks to everybody for joining us for Joshing Around Milwaukee, for listening as always. Don't forget to like and share and follow us along at Joshing Around Milwaukee. You can get back episodes at visitmilwaukee.org. Thanks again.
2 Joshes are better than